social media, YouTube, fame, and haters. Everything that the four of us has faced over 10 years.
Yeah, very early on.
All right, so we started YouTube 10 years ago. For those of you that don't know, that's how we actually became friends.
I started 12.
12 years.
This year 13.
I started.
This year 13.
I started 16 with Vine.
No. So, okay, if you want to consider Vine, what is Vine?
We're talking about social media, right? Okay, I'm gonna consider Vine.
Okay, fine.
But I mean, I started fame before social media.
Oh yeah, true. He wins. He wins.
Campus Superstar.
Oh, okay.
2009. Yeah.
Okay, I was a child actor on Channel 8 in 1997. Bet you guys didn't know that, right?
Hey, this is our competition, guys. This is our competition. We're here to talk about serious things, okay? All right, yeah, we were talking about fame and social media and YouTube early on, right?
Yes, all right.
Okay, what better way to start than with Chen Hao?
Yeah.
Oh, me.
How is this YouTube scene like in Singapore?
Technically, let's go back first. Because technically, you started when you were in Vietnam, right?
Yeah, I started like how every YouTube channel would, just a kid pursuing some dreams, making some videos, whatever. It's only, I think significantly it was 2013 when social media started to take off. Then from there I turned it into a business. So for me that was the pivoting moment. And I think, I don't know, I wouldn't call it the golden era because everyone has a different golden era. My golden era would probably be when it was me, NOC, Wa Banana.
Oh yeah.
You basically they're like
I think that was fun.
Yeah, they're the Gen 2 of Singapore era.
Yeah,
first gen.
Because before that there was like Dkosh, Muna here is the
Bancho de Mare.
Who else?
Noya was there, Xiaxue was there.
Xiaxue was there.
Stephen Lim.
Okay. Click Network.
Click Network. So that was the era before mine.
And they were the first to reach 1 million subs, right?
Click Network.
Yeah, Click Now was the first Singaporean channel to reach 1 million subs. So
no one talked about the first person to reach 5 million in Singapore.
Hey, it's pretty given. It's a given, man. No one talks about that.
Yeah, so that's Gen 2. That was really the skyrocket of YouTube in Singapore. Because I remember when I did Vine, I really watched YouTube videos. I really loved the content that I see. And before I met y'all, actually, right, I saw Chen Hao in a car going home, and I was like, oh my god, that's Chen Hao! And I ran after the car. It's 16-year-old Vincent, by the way.
We do live pretty close.
We do live in Singapore. I was going to the community center to play bowling. Then I see he just came back from Zookout.
Wow.
And this was before Instagram stories and things. So it's alarming how I know he came back from Zookout.
But Snapchat still a thing then?
No, there wasn't.
It wasn't.
Wasn't it? Dang. So you really were a fanboy.
Yeah, Twitter.
Wow.
Twitter was a big thing.
Twitter was a big thing. Now it's just for social media, just as warriors.
No, that's over now.
It's over?
Yeah.
Oh, Twitter's
and that was like before crypto.
So Twitter's for soccer now.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you use Twitter for? I use it for like news.
Yeah, news. Now it's news. Mostly football news. I don't know. Just to give everyone a clear idea of what YouTube was like 10 years ago, right? There's this thing used to be like a YouTube partner. Like
It's still a thing.
Right.
Still a thing.
Right. And at point in time back like 10 years ago, there wasn't much partners to go around. I mean, do you remember the process of how it was like for you to be a partner?
I do. It was tough.
It was tough, right?
Yeah.
Because back in those days, right, it was very hard for people to actually become a partner, to actually get that tick, to even get your videos monetized. So for that to actually happen, I think that was the benchmark for you've somehow made it as a YouTuber.
In Singapore. Back then, but now it's totally different.
I feel so old. Why are we talking about like back then, 10 years ago?
We gotta face it someday, how we are old. We gotta face it.
Yeah, but I get it. But let's talk about the present. Let's talk about like the actual topic. Don't just keep going back into 10 years.
Alright, so
I get it. Those were good times, but so is now.
Yeah. But one thing didn't change is people come and go, and then there's always new people have to face fame. So how would you face fame back then, and how you face fame right now? Because it's a lot of pressure. Some people use fame for power. Some people use it for business. Some people, I don't know why they're famous. But if you ask me now, do I get I like the attention? No. So that's the difference.
I can confirm this story, because when I first met you, all of me and him used to hang out a lot. Right? He will bring me to random places that's populated just to be seen.
No, but it's fair. Like, you know, when we first started, we kept hanging out at Escape. Remember?
Yeah.
You want to
Hotspot,
go
it was-
town? That was the cool place. And then there was a group of supporters there that was like,
Yes.
that we got to meet, and it was also really nice to get to see the real support in real life, and then that would be where we would do most of our
Yeah.
videos. In fact, the first ever school video I did was at Escape.
Yep.
So I think it was a very interesting point in time, like when you first started, you first start getting famous, you first get this social media attention, and you feel like, yeah, this is really going.
It's
to
exciting.
Be
It's
a
exciting.
career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I still got my first 1,000 follower, and I was like, "Ooh, I have a K behind my number."
When I got
That
my
was-
10,000, that's when. Really? That's when I got excited.
I got excited at 1,000. I was so happy.
Because when it reached 4 digit, right, there's no more like 00. Just it's 10.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is that nowadays, fame is just like, it's not even calculated by numbers anymore. You don't really see like what number. You don't see numbers anymore. You see engagement, you see reputation, you see popularity, and numbers don't really go hand in hand. Especially because now so many accounts can be just bought. People can just buy followers. It becomes less authentic.
Correct.
The number of subscribers, it almost doesn't mean anything. It's just for like ego.
Yes, but back then it meant a lot for us.
I mean, I think when everyone starts, there's one interesting thing. If you look at the product life cycle, right? The product life cycle is very similar to every influencer's career. There are few stages of product life cycle. There's an introduction. There's a growth.
That's when you shoot up.
There's maturity,
when you peak.
and there's decline. So it sort of goes. I mean, for you, it sort of goes like that. And the thing is, during growth period, a lot of influencers, it starts to get into their heads. They start to think, okay, I'm gonna be the next. Don't know who. I'm not gonna name it. I'm gonna be the next big thing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a big career out of this. And then some brands start collaborating with them. They start to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it. But when you hit maturity, it's a big slap in your face. It's a big slap in your face because you realize, oh, this is. It doesn't get better than this, and then you have to start to think, what are other ways I can do to
Branch out.
increase this,
Continue growing.
and it becomes very difficult. But by then, right, it's almost too late for a lot of influencers.
So it's
It's either they decline, which is the normal product life cycle, or they have to have a very, very strong intervention to change things up, or they have to just stick to what they do and believe in that. Alternatively, okay, I don't know why I'm like sharing.
It's like
I think alternatively, if you do not grow vertically, you grow horizontally.
like keep steady.
No, for example, if you are no longer growing in numbers on your account, you create another account.
So
right?
on different platforms.
If my, like for example, for me, right, maybe I don't want to just do, 10 types of something, but it does well. And as of today, I don't think anyone can do it aside from us. I mean, people can, but we sort of own that category now.
Yes.
Yes.
But is that all I want to do? No.
Of course you
I
want to branch
do
out.
a,
I think
a family channel.
I've seen
I do a
like,
personal channel. And I do a gaming channel. So this is what I mean by vertically growing.
yeah, I think I get what you mean because I've seen a few channels that try to do too many things in one channel and that killed their channel. So it's good to like branch out, Yeah. If you put everything in one place, the people that go to this place to watch that thing, this isn't what I want to watch, and then they just walk away. So
Yeah.
give them a new outlet to watch it.
Okay, anyway, I don't know how we got into that, but basically that's the product life cycle. And I believe that is very similar to an influencer's career.
Okay, so at which point of your social media life do you actually tell yourself that, oh my goodness, I'm actually famous?
At the start.
From the start?
At the start.
At the start,
And in the growth period, when I feel like, oh man, my followers are growing, people are starting to work with me, my attention, then that's when it gets over my head. I think I'm going to be the next big thing. I'm going to tell my agency, hey, I don't need you anymore. I'm going to say, I can do everything myself.
But it worked out.
Very rare.
What?
Very
But
rare.
I've
Hard
seen
work.
I've seen it go wrong.
Hard work, yeah.
I've seen it go wrong. I was under Gush Cloud at that time. When I first started, we were under Gush.
I know. I know. You guys were plastered in the senior leisure elevator.
I was in Gush
No,
Club also.
at that point I was out already.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was on the lift.
Yeah, you too.
I didn't want to be part of that after a certain period. Yeah, so I would say that was when it got over my head.
I think when it got over my head was when I was in IT and some girl just shaking come up to me and I saw on your Ask FM you like watermelon, so here.
Ask FM.
Wow. Ask
Yeah,
FM.
that was a thing back then. Yeah, I think that got over my head too. Like I felt very cocky and all that. I think three of us were quite cocky. I say three of us because Redon is still cocky.
What? But I think it took me a while to understand, like, notice that you are famous is okay, but why are you famous and why should you be famous? It's another thing. So slowly, I need to find a reason why am I still relevant? How do I stay relevant? How do I make because there's so many accounts nowadays, a lot of followers, a lot of views. Then at the end of the day, what for? You know?
Well, what's the
What's the
purpose? What's
purpose?
the intention?
What's the
Is it for
purpose?
business? Is it for power? Is it
Yeah.
to earn money? Is it you just like the attention, or you just want the viewership, or
Yeah.
it's a hobby, it's a
And
passion?
if
There are a lot of things.
And you know like how said you need to expand and then try to make it into a business. Maybe you can find a monetary source out of it. But if your branding have always been bad, let's say some of them feel like, oh my gosh, I thought this contained a lot of views but very little money. So it's a conflict of interest. Like which path should they take?
I started off like that when I did Vine. I didn't earn a single cent, even though I was the second most followed in Singapore. I didn't earn a single cent until I met you guys. Yeah.
To monetize social media is difficult.
It is difficult.
And the most difficult part of social media or being an influencer as a career is the longevity.
Yeah.
When you first start a YouTube channel, that's the easiest point it is to grow
At the start.
at the start. To maintain it is
Hard.
difficult.
They're super hard.
To keep up is difficult even. Even that is difficult. But the most difficult part is longevity. Like, okay, let's say I've done YouTube for 13 years. I have not seen many. I have, but I do not see many YouTubers who do it for 13 years and are still at the top of their game.
Yes.
I mean, I try to be subjective whether I am, but you do not see a lot of your childhood YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah. In their second or third year, they buy a Lambo,
Wow.
You will see that, but you will not see them buying it on their 13th year, 14th year.
Yeah.
So as an influencer, your job is also to think like, how can I make this a long-term thing?
job.
How do I gain followers over the years? How do they grow up with me? And how do I continue gaining new followers? Because even if you have a group of followers who grow up with you, some of them will drop off.
You will grow up.
Some will stop using social media. Some will just stop watching you because they have work. Some will have kids. Some will just not be into you anymore. Some will even die. So obviously, if you have like 10 people who follow you, not all 10 are going to follow you for the next 15 years. So as an influencer, you have to think, yes, I'm going to evolve my content, but how can I get new audiences?
Right.
This is something that I would advise a lot of influencers to think about.
Right. So with new followers, right? You garner more from your audience. There has to be a lot of haters along the way as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do you deal with hate?
Well, let me tell you, when I just started, like the haters really affect me a lot.
Yeah.
They really do
for sure.
affect me a lot.
It will
like-
affect your mental
I
health.
like it's like 50 people can be saying good thing, but then one person said bad thing, said something bad to me. I'll be like, oh man. But now as you grow older, you tend to just swipe it off away. Like you don't really care.
Honestly, I feel like I'm still affected.
I
by
know you are
haters.
affected. I know you
yeah,
get
yeah.
very affected.
I get
by
very
it.
affected, especially when
I know this is something that you have not been able to grow out of. Hate.
Yeah, I mean, but my hate is like it's blind, like ignorant hate that really doesn't make sense. If it's like, what's the term called?
Factual,
No. When someone gives you like a
corrective criticism.
yes, when it's like
Constructive.
constructive criticism, I will take it with a pinch of salt. But if you're blatantly ignorant about it, I'll be all over you. I'll be like, "What are you talking about?" I'll get so emotional.
See,
I'll get so
if it's
angry.
blatant, like not non-factual hate, shouldn't you not be affected by it even more?
I don't know. I just get affected by it so much because like, how can you be that dumb?
And it maybe sometimes they have their reasons to believe so, but hate is like
It's gonna be there.
it's gonna be there.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be there.
For
and the thing is, if you choose to do this, you should not always like think about the hate, because unless it's so overwhelming, unless it's more than like there's more hate than love,
then you're doing something wrong.
yeah, then you're doing something wrong. But if you choose to put your life out there, you choose to show everyone,
It's gonna
and
happen.
people criticize you for something, there's no reason why you shouldn't just take it like a man.
Yeah, no matter what you do, there's gonna be hate.
Yeah.
If not, there's not gonna be two political parties.
I think I prefer haters than rather people who do not know me. Like if I start being irrelevant.
This is where he comes in.
What's wrong with you,
No,
man?
like
but I understand
staying
where you're
relevant is more important than like let's say because to me I had overwhelming. There's a period of time that the hate bar is like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like it's supposed to be like Ridwan change
Sometime-
career.
Yeah, it's synced into to us also. The hate bar was us also.
Then after that,
for a while.
slowly the haters lessen, and then after that I realized sometimes you can haters are like waves. You can surf on it or get drowned.
Whoa.
So don't get drowned. Surf on it.
Whose quote do you steal?
This guy wants to make a companion autobiography.
No, it's not autobiography. It's not comic book
I know how to do life. Get rid.
of your bad habits.
Yeah, get rid of the bad habits. It's a volume 2.
Yeah, but I agree with that. Something like you either surf around the hate or you drown in it.
I've been swimming my whole life.
For someone if someone just started social media, it can get overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get overwhelming.
Especially at the start, right?
Especially at the
Oh,
start. Yeah, I remember when
like when things are good, you really think that, oh shit,
Yeah, top of the world, you
on
know.
top of the world. But when hate starts becoming overwhelming, it also affects your mental
It
health.
is.
So especially in the first few years of influencer's career, it would be very extreme emotions.
Yeah, I remember when channel just started, there was this guy that made YouTube video just talking crap about channel.
Oh yeah, I retaliated.
There's always
It's always
retaliate.
done.
It was me. I fought back. I was like, "Oi, tong." Not physically. It was online when things.
I mean, sometimes you don't have to react to it. Like if you react to it, it becomes work.
You're giving them the power to actually like have an effect on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that.
and you do that,
the way.
and you still do that. So you should stop.
Now no.
Wait, I'll be.
Now,
Hey, come on, please. Redon does that too.
What?
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 Redon does this too.
Redon.
Oh, geez.
The TikTok girl.
Redon
No,
he always does this.
I like to, that's why I say if there's haters, I like to ride on the waves. Let's surf. Surf. I as long as I don't get drowned. And in fact,
But you seem like you're so affected by
I
it. Like
know.
when I watch, like you seem to care enough to actually reply.
Yeah,
Like
so-
for me, I was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the kind of reply. But your reply is like, it sounds like you're affected by it.
okay,
No,
yeah.
I even understand like why they are thinking this, where they are coming from. Okay, if they are very insulting, then okay, it's not nice, whatever. Like, but I'm still like, I don't really care about it. Like, you're so reactive to it. You're
I
so
want them.
reactive to it.
I want
And then like
more
you drag me
waves.
involved.
It's fun.
Like, it involves me because like it's about me, and then you fight back,
You know-
and then like
But nobody drowned.
You know what? If you're talking about drowning and surfing, you might think you're surfing, but actually you're like, you're already down there, but you're still talking
with the fishes.
you just gotta chill, because the thing is, everyone will receive hate.
Yeah. You don't have to react to it.
And it's always the people who do the hateful content or do the content criticizing that eventually have the biggest downfall. It's always like that.
Yep.
Or they become the very thing that they hate.
Hey,
If
that's
you-
a
if
movie
you-
quote.
If you live long enough as a what was that? If you live long as a hero, you'll see yourself become a villain, right?
Something like that around the night.
But you know what's the funniest hate I ever got? I didn't get hate, like I got this supporter, like it's a anonymous account support me, but he'll talk crap about my girlfriend.
Oh yes, yeah. I wanted to go like sometimes fame will affect the people around
Yeah,
you.
it will affect the
It
people
will.
around
It
you.
will,
too.
it will. Definitely
And,
will.
but it's your job to reassure them that it's also, it's like, don't take it too hard.
Yeah, like when I first dated Debbie, like I didn't want her to be in social media for like at the beginning,
Yeah.
because you can imagine like
I can imagine.
That's a very smart move.
Yeah, there's some people who didn't want to date me because of my fame. They said they do want the attention. They
Are you
want to
sure
be
that's
looked.
the reason? You sure
I
that's
knew
the
that was coming. I just knew that is gonna come.
I think it's just an
I
excuse.
think it's an excuse. I think it's like you know when people say, oh I gotta go home, but for them it's like, I don't wanna.
I don't want to talk to you.
I can't live the lifestyle.
You're too famous. I cannot. Yeah.
But yeah, it will affect the people around you. Sometimes the haters.
Correct. But there's one trend that I realize nowadays, right? Because more kids are getting exposed to social media, and I have to say that maybe they are slightly smarter than when we were 10 years ago, because now there are a bunch of anonymous accounts and they
Slightly
hide,
smarter with the ones with followers or without followers. Or
like,
what?
without followers. You know, the
When you say kids, what are you referring to?
like the younger
The
younger
Gen Zs,
audience.
I thought not
Sorry,
children.
when I'm 32, so when I say kids, they can be 20 year
They're
old.
not that old.
A 20-year-old person comes to me, I'm like, "What's up, kid?"
So basically, Gen Zs.
Okay,
The
Gen Zs.
younger
generation.
the new generation.
Correct.
Okay.
And I feel like they are more subject to cyberbullying. They have more exposure to cyberbullying now, especially for the newer content creators as well.
Oh yeah.
That's why I believe so.
I think netizens are more ruthless now.
Yeah, I think a good.
I mean, it depends.
yeah,
on
a good,
it depends on the platform.
yeah, a good example is that recently the TikTok girl with the Charles and Keith bag. Yeah, that was
Okay,
so
okay.
mean.
I let me say, honestly, right? It was that's another reason why you shouldn't concentrate too much on hate. Like it was just one person's comment that says, "Is anyone going to tell her?" But the problem was that there are a lot of people that backed her up.
Yeah,
on
it is.
this.
It is a domino effect.
Correct.
It has a domino effect. These kind of things.
If she actually right, I think it's like a good and bad thing.
But she handled it well.
yeah, she handled it so
I
well.
handled
don't
it
know what
very
you're
well.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
It worked out all in
Yeah,
her favor.
she handled it very well. She didn't care about what people say. She just said, "Oh, this is for me."
Yeah,
It's,
she
uh,
explained her
she-
situation. She got to meet the Charles and
Oh
Keith
yeah,
bosses.
everything worked out well for
Yeah,
her.
it worked out well. What?
You make it sound like she didn't.
Yeah.
handle it.
So what was her mistake?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything. I'm just trying to bring to light lah. Like you know, like they are more exposed to this kind of hate.
Okay, yeah,
It's
that's
the platform.
It's
Yeah.
the platform. It's a platform, and it's a domino effect also. You know, you see people do, I do also.
Yeah, and they hide behind the anonymity of it all. So I think they feel like they have the power over influencers to just say what they want and get away scot free.
That you know that because of that, right? Because of this new thing about anonymity, right? It makes me care less.
Really?
It really makes me care less about hate because you don't even have the guts to show your face. Okay, it means you're really scared to give hate lah. Yeah, you're actually scared to give hate, but you're just giving it because no one knows who you are.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't affect me more.
Okay, but those who really make a full video and say you suck,
Yeah.
how would you explain that one?
Hasn't happened to me. It hasn't happened.
Channel, how would you react? Like,
I don't. Like, in fact, I understand why they would think that, but like, it doesn't mean it affects me. I understand why they would think that. It doesn't mean I agree.
How about we ask Ridwan? It happened to Ridwan so many times.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes from news articles.
yeah, I just at first it did affect me, but I think after a while it did not. I feel like what affects me more if people hurt my friends or my family. There are certain comments that really hit me. You know, I think I remember one comment until today I will never forget. It's because after my dad passed away, someone said, "Oh, your father passed away. It's like that." Oh, it broke me. So that was one comment I will never forget.
Okay, that was a bit too much.
Yeah, but if you said you suck, okay.
Okay.
It's the tough. You know, I used to have in my second drawer. When,
Which drawer?
back when
Division,
was-
right?
Yeah, I used to have the like Ridan was on the Chinese news. He,
The
he
newspaper.
looked
Oh,
he
yes,
looked
the
like
newspaper,
He
I
looked
know
like
that.
a villain, and you know they used a really bad photo.
I don't
of
know why
him.
they choose that right photo. The one that look like so angry, like some
Yeah.
monster.
I kept that newspaper.
But
Still?
I still have it. And every time like he would say something or like I would just take it out to this. Look at this! Look at this!
I have a lot of good articles. He doesn't keep the good ones.
No.
collaborate.
Think about longevity.
Yeah. Because that's something you don't see a lot nowadays.
No, because you see, even the international ones, they
Think
went,
about longevity and don't make enemies.
and I think a lot of creators they tend to make content based on this is gonna get views, but
They do very reactive content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think about what's the purpose of the content. Think about how you're gonna expand and monetize the content. Think about longevity.
So actually, what would you have told yourself if you could tell yourself 10 years ago right now? Wait, let me rephrase that. Sorry. So what would you tell your 10
Okay, I'm gonna let you think about that.
So what would you tell yourself?
10
What would you tell your 10 year?
What would you tell yourself 10 years ago?
before stepping into this scene?
Ah.
How
What would you tell your
younger self before
What
stepping?
would you have told your younger self? Okay. I got it. Okay, ready? And all right. So, what would you have told your younger self before entering this YouTube scene?
I would say just be more consistent. Do not listen to much hate. Understand the algorithm. If an algorithm favors one thing, just do it. You do not need to listen to people because they are not the ones giving you the money. They are not even the ones giving you anything. So if they are just giving hate, just take it with a pinch of salt. Don't be too reactive. When things are going well, don't be too happy. When things are going bad, don't let it affect your mental health, and just keep focused on the content you want to make and keep focused on creating a long-term plan for yourself.
I don't even need to ask you guys because that was perfect. I think he covered everything.
Yep,
I think we can just end it here. All right, guys.
I concur.
Yes.
I concur.
All right.
Retweet. Retweet.
Retweet. Because honestly, nothing else can beat that. I mean, what would you tell yourself even?
I think enjoy the process.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
No,
You-
no, it's very true.
Enjoy
It's
the
very
process.
true. You gotta enjoy every part of it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
It's over the years, I used to stress and not be able to sleep before my shoots.
That was a bad habit of yours also.
It's not a habit, it's a circumstance.
yeah.
It's a circumstance because only I have everything worked out in my head. It took you guys a few years to understand.
Yes. Last time Channel handles everything.
I do.
That's true.
Yeah.
From props, I do it myself. Even angles, I have to tell you guys which angles.
Right.
Cameraman for what? It's just to press the button.
Now it's different.
Now it's different.
Now it's different.
But it took years. And that's one thing about Titan. There was a very sacrificial few years that it takes training. And obviously you will understand. The worst part is when somebody leaves.
Correct.
Can you imagine all those sleepless nights stressing about things just so that you can do it yourself to teach people and then they leave? That's really tough. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, Ridan is right. Enjoy the process.
Yeah.
There's nothing more enjoyable to me than after shoot realizing that I completed something so difficult in one day.
Yeah.
I think that's the best feeling.
Yeah.
To
It's
be able
amazing.
to, it's like conducting an orchestra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's
But
like
after-
when you have 35 people. I'm not talking about like the smaller shows, but sometimes
The
we
main
do
channel
crazy
shoots,
things.
right? Yeah.
Like,
Science
like
Center
for example,
and all
the
that.
the snow, the
Oh, the
snow,
snow one.
the
Snow.
one in the snow,
Snow was crazy.
being there freezing for like how many hours, and then you come out and then you realize you're done
Yeah.
at 5:35 a.m.
It made my Taiwan trip more
you
satisfying.
feel like you feel a sense of satisfaction. Or when we were at the
Island.
football field
Oh, football.
shooting, like right before it, you feel stressed. You feel excruciating, but right after you realize, hey, I wouldn't have mind if it was longer. And then you realize, actually, just enjoy everything about it. Enjoy the editing. Enjoy the fame. Enjoy the hate. Just live
enjoy
in
the
it.
process.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
I agree. I really agree with these two.
Nice. So basically, it's like,
Because it's the path you chose.
correct. If not, why would you take it in the first place if you
Yeah.
don't enjoy it, right?
Unless I can't think of a reason, but unless you are forced, like I don't know.
I do
I don't think we have. I don't
responsibilities
think
or
we have
maybe-
like maybe the K-pop culture here,
No,
where management is a bit more strict
yeah.
and have more rules. I think in Singapore, most influencers, even under agencies, are able to make their own choices for themselves or talk about whatever they want.
Of course.
So I think in Singapore, it's I rarely see anyone being forced.
I don't see.
So
I
if you're
never-
not forced, right, enjoy it.
Enjoy the process.
Enjoy every part of it.
What would you have told yourself?
I totally agree with them both. I have nothing to say. They've said what I wanted to say.
Yeah, enjoy
the process.
Enjoy the process.
Don't
Enjoy
get-
the pain.
yeah, enjoy the pain. Don't get too affected by what haters say.
Don't
Focus
get
on
too
the
happy
side.
when you get a big client.
Maybe I think also don't. I think there's one thing I should tell myself is don't get too comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
That's a
get
very
too
good one.
comfortable.
Are you too comfortable?
right now?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be.
But
There's no but. I'm just trying not to be. No but.
Yeah, I think if
what are you doing to try not to be?
Sitting on the edge of the chair. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
sitting on the edge of the chair. No.
tight pants.
Just try not to be.
Okay, good.
It's a process.
Don't have to explain it. So it's alright. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. That's right. It's a work in progress. Calm down, please.
Don't worry, don't worry. Rome wasn't built in a day, so it's okay.
Yes, I'm Rome.
Never us. What I would tell my younger self is that I'll probably be like, don't be affected too much by everything.
You should tell yourself that now.
Yeah, we can't just keep saying don't be affected.
I mean, like, learn how to react better to things around you.
Yeah, don't be so reactive. That's all.
Yeah, that's basically it. And just learn. Have the will to learn.
I think also I would say before I was in a room with thousands of people. Let's say it's a room, metaphorically, it is a room, thousands of people watching me. I was supposed to conquer the room that has around 4, 3, even like it starts with like the inner circles. So I feel like it was hard for me to build that relationship with my audience, and then to make sure I was portrayed in the right way. And then I think it was I didn't have a proper growing up. So growing up being famous, it was like a bad way for me. So that was tough for me to like understand. Oh no, I don't.
I
should have done this, should
I
have
always
done
say that everyone got famous too early. That's why he is the way he was when growing up.
Yeah, it was damn bad. Yeah, and there's some you can see certain creators are online right now. You can see like they're not really handling well in the room with their family, with the inner circle, and then now they are like suddenly got 70,000 followers. The way they talk and then the way they portray themselves, the content is just like, and then a lot of negativity, a lot of like, what's the direction, what's the purpose? And I know it will take a few years for he or she to understand that, oh my gosh, I should have grown up, because it's important to always grow up. Yeah.
It's part of the learning process.
Yeah.
Just like if everyone on social media was just non-reactive, then there wouldn't be any drama.
Correct.
There wouldn't be any entertainment also.
That's what drives
so
the
basically,
crowd.
we do need the drama.
No, we don't. We don't. It's just okay. How do I put it? Everyone is in a different stage of life, and for some it's a learning process. For some they have already learned. For some they will never learn. So everyone is still in a different stage, and just try to aim for the best.
Very. Why does everything he said today sounds like straight out of a book? What book have you been reading about?
I read a few books.
Can you tell us a bit more about the book that you've been reading?
Right now I'm reading Daily Stoic. I don't really read.
So it's
I don't like reading.
page, is it?
Yeah, I go through a few pages.
Audiobooks?
No, I don't do audiobooks, but I do want to read the Prince Harry one. But reading is very time consuming.
Right.
I don't read. You guys know me. I don't read. Like I keep books. I do look at pages, but I don't read. Like it's so much faster to listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook, listen to people. I I take photos of my book, but I don't read that much. Honestly, I don't read that much. I just like this book, so I read it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like a bookworm. Like, everyone should read. Reading, you gotta improve yourself.
I hate those people.
Yeah,
I don't.
it's fine if people don't read.
It's nice. It's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Remember to comment down below what other topic do you want us to cover. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and we see you guys next time.